Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Terry Godwin and I'm presenting my book, Do You Want to Be Happy? Why I wrote this book? When I was 21, my father gave me a book by the author Dale Carnegie. As I was interested in management, he thought it would be of interest to me. It was the first part which excited me. It was all about happiness. I was not unhappy, but it showed me how to be happier and make others happy too. In my lifetime, I've had many business and personal tragedies, many highs and many lows. 3 major heart operations, 2 I'd not expected to pull through. My positive mind and thanks to the book my father had given me many years ago, and backed by a wonderful wife who helped me pick myself up and start all over again. I had 3 sons, only one left now, who's looking after me in his very nice house in Brighton. Sadly, my wonderful wife died 6 years ago in a car accident. As I'm sure that you would agree, I've had many reasons to be unhappy. I've retired from business now and spend my time trying to make others happy. When you read this book or watch my videos, if you're determined you want to be happy, then this book or video will guide you, hopefully making your life happier. This in turn will make your life happy too. Life is short. Let's enjoy it all while we can. Hello ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the first step in our journey together of being happy. The first section is called Smile, Smile, Smile. It's very easy to say, but you must do it at all times. Smile, smile, smile. All the world wants to be happy, and it is so simple if you follow a few easy directions. I cannot make you happy. You must do that yourself. Happiness is a state of mind. I can only guide you how to achieve this. Then it is up to you. It is when the foundation of that partnership is settled, then one seeks to make oneself happier with your contact with the outside world. It is then this book seeks to advise and encourage. It is easy to attain, but you must be determined once started to continue really forever. It must become second nature to you. Once you start the benefits of being happier in yourself, this will flow out to others, who will respond to you with a happier mind. Who's the fastest winner, friends? Think about it. A dog with his wagging tail? He doesn't care who you are. He just wants to greet you. He doesn't want your money, your property. He just wants to show you he's pleased to see you. The dog is one of the few animals that doesn't work for his living. We work for him because he shows his love to us for what we are. Not for what our house is worth, but how much money or how much money we have in the bank. We value his sincerity and true love and devotion. So to start, we must show the world we love it. And how do we do that? How we start is to smile, smile, smile. A smile costs nothing, but it can help you to win friends, your future partner, create happiness and encourage others. Greet people with an enthusiastic smile and a hello. How are you? If you're sincere, you will listen to them. You must like people and people will like you. They will quickly suss out if you're not sincere. When I see a sad face anywhere, I say, cheer up, might never happen. I often get a smile back or a happy retort. If you get a snappy reply, just smile and move on. That rarely happens to me. Smile at strangers in the street as you walk by. Many will smile back and say hello. If you're waiting in a queue at a bus stop, the bank, smile at your neighbour and open a conversation. It can be fun. When I sit down anywhere and there's strangers, I say, will you behave yourself if I sit here? If they want to be chatty, you've opened the door. Your smile disarms people. They feel they can talk to you. Your smile can say, I like you. Let's talk. If you're a patient in hospital, smile at everyone. Thank them, praise them. And they will respond to you after looking you, rather, they will smile, they will respond by looking after you, rather than the grump in the other bed. You will get that extra attention because the hospital staff will enjoy looking after you. It is only human to respond to a happy and pleasant patient. If I was a nurse, wouldn't you? Maurice Chevalier was an international film star with a devastating smile that won the hearts of millions. Those who were close to him found him difficult, grumpy and at times morose. Yet his smile brought him fame, stardom and a very comfortable life indeed. The world loves a smile, and the world loved Maurice's smile. A classic example of how important a smile is. The stage and films is where this star's smile captivated his audience. Your smile must win the hearts and minds of those around you. The lesson again is smile. Be sincere and think well of everyone. And they in turn will respond with their kindness and love to you. You want to be happy? Then you must make people feel happy that they are being happy being with you. A smile will attract people to you. They will keep coming back to you instinctively because they want the company of a happy person. Don't we all? The old adage is so true. Laugh and the world laughs, and you cry or you cry alone. You must smile. Smile all the time, even when you don't feel like it or do not particularly like the person. You are building a happy reputation with everyone, just not a selective few. That is a challenge. Get them on your side and you will see their good points. I'm not trying to make you into a saint, but a smile will always win. When mum and dad smile at their children, it gives the children heart and comfort. They will feel secure and encouraged, feel more confident when they know how they have a loving mum and dad looking after them. When they smile back, you know that family is happy. Now you've learnt to smile, you will find it will make you a happier person, more positive, looking forward to enjoying life. If you're alone and feeling sad, breathe in a big smile and look in the mirror. That will set the adrenaline going, and supported by some happy music, happy TV or a good book, you will find the world will be with you with a happy outlook. A happy person is easier to please than a sad or dejected one. They must stop thinking about themselves, think of others. Happy people together enjoy a laugh. Laughing is infectious and will attract others who want to be with happy people and join in the fun. Remember, you have to make yourself happy. You alone. It is a state of mind. Think of the good things that have happened in your life and the good things to come. A man with a smile is always welcome. It costs nothing, but is greatly appreciated by the receiver. It creates happiness at home with friends and business colleagues. It is worth nothing until you give it away. Give it away now. Make you and your world a happier place. Your smile could be helping someone to regain his confidence and composure. A smile will help you to introduce yourself to a stranger, especially to one of the opposite sex. When you go to enjoy yourself at the theatre, the presenter, the performers will smile, smile, smile where they can. Smiles become laughter. Laughter is infectious and you relax and enjoy yourself. Old Persian saying, do not open shop until you are smiling. Do not start the day without a smile on your face, then keep it there. Never underestimate the importance of a smile. Give it sincerely, with goodwill, and it will benefit you. I'm going to invite you to Mr. Smiley now and see what you think what he does. Meet Mr. Smiley. I would like to introduce you to Mr. Smiley, who I met the other day. His smiling face so impressed me, I asked him to stay. He always has a smile for me and anyone else who comes our way. His smile is infectious, cheers you up and warms you like the sun's ray. His smile will make you happier and you'll live a longer life, the doctors say. His smile makes you happy and content. You will have a more productive day. His smile, now yours, will attract friends until you're old and grey. His smile is constant. You too must smile throughout every day. His smile is free. It will cost you nothing to pass it on in your work and play. His smile will uplift and keep misery and sadness away. His smile gives you confidence and trust. A smile often holds sway. His smile encourages you to be kind and loving in many a way. His smile and support will give you strength to battle throughout your day. Smiley knows that smiling, laughing, praising, not nagging or criticising will give you and the world a far happier day. Thank you, Mr. Smiley, for coming along and sharing with us a great day. Thank you very much for listening to me, and I enjoy sharing my next programme with you shortly. The last section we've just got through is smile, smile, smile. I hope you've put a smile on your face and you're going to keep it there. We're now coming on to thinking positive. Statistics tell you positive people live longer than those who dither and mess about, making decisions. So you have a problem, haven't we all? Let's sit down, breathe in deeply, sort the good from the bad, long term or short term. Every situation is different. Okay, you made a wrong decision. Then put it right as quickly as you can. We're all only human. Think positive. Try and find out what went wrong. Try not to do it again. You are truly thinking positive. That will help you in making your decision quicker. Thinking positive will make you feel confident. A confident person attracts confident partners. More chance of a long and happy marriage, the good book says. Thinking positive will help you in your negotiations and you'll get better results. Don't forget, you're doing all this with a smile on your face. I hope you haven't forgot that. When you are in the habit of smiling and being positive, you become management material. People will start to want to be with you. Still a way to go, but you're getting there. If you want to enjoy life, you must always try to think positive. You must think of the good things that are to come. Meeting a loved one, going out, taking part in your activities, i.e. dancing, sport and hobbies. Let them override the dull or sad times. If you do not like your job, think, is it better to have a job at all than one not at all? If yes, then get on with it with a smile. I hope you get that message through. Think positive. My next section is to become a volunteer. And this is so important. So listen carefully. Become a volunteer. If you are depressed and alone, perhaps having lost your partner, think seriously about helping others and becoming a volunteer. Most people like to help others and give to those in need. Well, why not give your time to a worthy cause? Part-time? Any time would be welcomed. It will help you to meet people, make friends, give happiness and help to those in need. That indeed will make you happy. Look at the clubs and organisations you're in or know of. Do they want your help? Looking closer to home, can you volunteer to help your family in any way? Well, the world would not be running so smoothly if it was not the support that volunteers give. I was asked by the Voice Association in the Medway Towns to write a poem about volunteers as they were presenting a big presentation on that theme. I wrote the following poem, which I feel gives you a strong idea of how being a volunteer can benefit you and the world. Volunteering can be good for you. In the world there are so many good causes to support, so many people in need of help or distraught. So many children need rescuing from the world's strife. So much wildlife which should be given the chance of life. So many illnesses and diseases and plagues our world. So many natural disasters on our good earth by nature are hurled. So many people need to be rescued from the peril of the sea. So many people falsely imprisoned, held hostage, deserve to be free. So many elderly folk abused and not treated right. Listing the world's problems we could share and face, I could write all night. If you're blessed with good health and in good mind, think for a while. Is there any way you can help the rest of mankind? Large or small, give a donation, that's a start. Could you and your energy and expertise impart? Accompanied with some time, a little would do. Whatever the cause you support, it will need and appreciate you. The milk of human kindness is in us all. When the plea for help comes, so many good people answer the call. Have you thought being a volunteer could be good for you? If lonely or bored, it would provide you a new interest for you to do. You would meet others and make new friends. Your support is the encouraging message it sends to those in care and desperate need. Your presence gives them hope and they know the world does heed. To be a volunteer can give you tremendous satisfaction, even if your support to the world's needs is only a small fraction. If everyone helped and supported a worthwhile cause, we would all relax, smile with content and enjoy a well-earned round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, believe me, being a volunteer is so important in this world, and when you look around, there's usually so many ways you can help and so many people support you now. Hello everyone. The next section is about love and happiness. We all want love and happiness, and to make love and happiness, we must do it together. With happiness comes love, contentment, and confidence, and the enjoyment of life. When you are in love and loved too, that can be one of the happiest times of your life. If you have a partner, a loved one, make a fuss of them. Let them know you love them, and keep telling them, and they will love you even more. Do it with sincerity, little gestures of consideration and thanks. Once you start, you must keep it going as long as you want their love. We must all nurture love and friendship, which leads to happiness. Happiness is so important in everyone's life. It gives us a reason for living and to enjoy life and to make others happy too. Parents' love to their children creates happiness when demonstrated and creates confidence in their children and strengthens the bond of family love and togetherness. Happy children are more successful in this world who have caring and loving parents. They too, when they marry, will create happy families. Your family love will bring even more joy into this world. Young people seeking marriage or partners must present a happy side of their personality in order to attract someone they desire. Happiness will not just turn up on your doorstep. You must keep an active part in love and ensuring its continuity. To most of our wonderful ladies, they value love and beauty above riches. They want a loving husband to share their love and have a healthy family. A husband who will tell them they are beautiful every day, praise them and their family, to be gentle and kind. Likewise, a man wants his wife's love in every way. Both husband and wife must fulfill each other's loving needs. Married couples usually think about divorce because they feel they cannot find another partner who will meet their expectations. Consider this. A family should try to stay together, which is usually better for the children. Both husband and wife must play their loving game. Make it good. Nothing else would do. Think of this. If you divorce, you may find another partner. But what can you do if it doesn't happen all over again? Thank you for listening to this, and I hope that it gives you an insight to the problems that we all suffer and enjoy. Hello everyone. Our next section is do not criticise. Praise, praise, praise. We all want love, and this is what we have to do. Do not criticise. Most of us will criticise anything, but rarely praise it if we like it. It was not so long ago mums gave their daughters this advice when they were being rude. Smile, smile, smile. Listen intently to what he says. Never criticise, and become interested in what he does, and you will get your man. He will not realise he's fallen in love with a smile, with someone who does not criticise and thinks he is the cat's whiskers. Beauty is not everything. Personality is so important that lasts a lifetime. Beauty only a short time, sadly. Criticism is futile. It puts a person on their guard. It makes them want to justify themselves, even if they're terribly wrong. Criticism is dangerous because it wounds a person, hurts their pride, arouses resentment, creates hate, and in turn they will want to get their own back on you. Any fool can criticise, condemn and complain. Too many people do. They could gain so much more if they found a way to praise first, gently admonish, and praise, and then the recipient will think you're a nice person and will want to sort out your problem. One time in my life, I was managing director of 4 hotels. Each hotel had its own manager and staff. If I had to call in a manager to reprimand him, I would do it like this. I'd say, Harry, you've been with us for 2 years and always done a good job for us. This time something's gone seriously wrong. It may be not your fault, and it may be, but we must put it right immediately. Correct it and try to stop it happening again. Next time, I might have to let you go, and I know neither of us would want that to happen. Good man. Go and sort it out. I have every confidence that you can and will do that. We want you in our team. Harry had been told that he was important to the team, but he knew he was wrong, and he was going to put matters right, because I had faith in him. Of course, there are times you must complain to get matters put right. Suggest you do it with firmness, with a relaxed smile, and your complaint will be listened to, and most probably receive attention and positive help. Try to push the barriers down, must be the very first thing you do. You must keep control of your temper. It will not win on all occasions, but usually most. It takes strength of character to be forgiving and understanding, but it will benefit you all if you can. Show respect to whom you are complaining to. Win their cooperation and sympathy, and they will want to help you or advise you the best way to handle the problem. telephone company system have let you down, don't blame the person on the end of the phone. Explain quietly your problem. Tell them you know it is not their fault, but can they help you? Most respond as they sympathise with you, happy you're not giving them stick, and they will do what they can do to help you. If you start your complaint by blasting them, why should they bother to help you? You want a good result? Don't criticise, and with them, help them to come onto your side. Make them think you're a nice, friendly person. One of the highest paid men in his day was paid a tremendous salary because he got wonderful results from the people working for him. This is how he summed himself up. I consider my ability to arouse enthusiasm among men the greatest asset I have. I praise, appreciate and encourage all my men and never criticise. I'm hearty in lavishing my praise. Repeat that slowly to yourself. Whenever you can, praise, praise, praise. Don't criticise. Give your man appreciation and praise, and he will rise to the occasion. Give to you of his best and his loyalty to you. I hope you're getting the message now. Smile, 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 and do not criticise. Criticise or criticise. You will forget sometimes when you realise what you're doing on that occasion. Stop yourself in your tracks and think of the good things in life. Let the others criticise if they must, but they will be the losers. They will have no friends, be alone, and wonder why. If you must, call attention to a person's mistake indirectly. Possibly say, that's what I used to do, and I found out myself it did not work. People do not take umbrage at that because you have not put yourself above them. In one of my talks, one of my audience said, ladies are wary of praise from a man in the business world as they suspect men want sex with them. My reply is that ladies make themselves pretty and presentable at most things with a view to being attractive to men. A woman always dreams of meeting her Mr. Right. A woman will receive many compliments in her lifetime regarding her appearance. She will be disappointed if she does not. When she does receive compliments about her work, her beauty, and her achievements, she can accept them with a smile and a thank you. Then she must interpret the compliment to her advantage and accept or close the door politely. A woman's sex appeal is one of her greatest assets. Many ladies spend a fortune to stay young and beautiful. So whether a compliment is received in the workplace, in social life, or from her loved one, enjoy the moment. Size up the situation to your advantage, or not. Either say thank you, or move on. Every situation is different. Ladies must decide the motive behind the praise and use a feminine instinct to accept or decline the praise tendered. With regard to telling off children and criticising in general, the word sandwiching is often used to describe this procedure. 1. Open with a warm greeting. Praise gently before moving on to the topic that you wish to raise. 2. Put forward your criticism in a cool and calm manner. Be firm if necessary. 3. Put on top a layer of words to praise and challenge, encouragement, leaving the door open for your good relationship to continue. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that. I did, but that was about love and praise, and you've got to make it work for yourself as well as anybody else. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My next section is called The Big Thank You. People don't realise how to thank you is so important in our lives. When someone does you a favour, give them a thank you. Is it not nice to receive a thank you? When someone gives you a lift in their car, goes shopping for you, takes your child to school, takes in your parcel from the postman, give them a big thank you and they will help you again. When you go on a club outing, give the organisers a loud thank you. Give your committee who runs your club a thank you every time you can. It can be a thankless job, but an appreciative thank you is the best encouragement they need to carry on. To know that their sacrifices in running your club is greatly appreciated. Anything someone does for you or benefits you or your family, thank and praise them lavishly, and they will help you again and again. Moan and complain, and they will vanish. Like a smile, it costs so little to give, but can gain you so much. Why not buy some thank you cards and send them out when appropriate? It can encourage and support, and supporters will help you even more. Smile, smile, smile. Don't criticise. We all help those who thank us for the help we all help those who thank us for the help we give. All right, they may do it for the first time without your thank you, but how many more times? If you can't be bothered to say thank you, why should they be bothered to help you anymore? The world owes you nothing. Make people want to look after you. Smile, praise, and say thank you. What seems to be vanishing fast in this world as it rushes around, caring not for people, is courtesy and politeness. As a man, I let ladies out of doors first, help them put their coats on, give them preference in many small and courteous ways. Cheer them up with a smile and say, "Madam, beauty before the beast, please." And they have the door open for them, and I certainly get a smile and a thank you. Next time, if I'm lucky, I might get a sweetie. The problem that occurs in family life, small courtesies are not given and not appreciated. This leads to either partner feeling there is no love lost, and 70% of marriages break up because of coldness and indifference. This and sexual incompatibility results in most divorces. It takes two to make a marriage. Both must respond to each other. If this marriage is not successful, will the next one be successful or have the same result? How parents react, their children will copy. Divorced parents' children will more often than not become divorced later in their lives as they come in from an unhappy marriages, not giving them love, understanding, thanking each other continuously for the kindness of our partners have given us. The gentleman should praise his wife for her cooking, and she will respond by trying to do her very best for him, because she is appreciated. Men should tell their wives how lovely they are. Beautiful too. It will be music to their ears, but it must be sincere. A woman must find ways to praise her man. Any jobs he does around the house. If he helps her in the garden, admire his hobby, the way he looks after the children. Don't nag. Don't criticise. Don't bully. Be courteous. Pay attention and laugh and be honest. And take advice on sexual problems if necessary. To make a happy marriage, both partners must not take each other for granted. Praise each other whenever possible. A happy marriage should be the centre of your life, especially with a family in tow. Go out of your way to praise him, even for the smallest thing, and thank him. He is more important to you and the family and the mother-in-law. Make each other happy in bed. If necessary, pretend you've enjoyed the love-making. If you don't, you could be tempted to find another woman or at least says she does. To keep a man happy, a woman must boost his ego. A woman should be queen in her house and make sure she quietly pulls the strings. Smile, praise. Do not criticise, and make each other know that they are the best partner in the world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think that was the thank you, and I think you're getting the message that a thank you is so important in this world. Our last section was called the Big Thank You. Ladies and gentlemen, a big thank you from me to you. Our next section is called music. Whether music plays a big or small part in your life, whether you listen to it, it can help you. It will help you to relax and make you feel good. Don't miss out on it. If you are not into music, may I recommend you listen to the music of Andre Rieu and see what music can really do for the world. I was amazed when I heard it many years ago. Music, what joy. So many of us either relax, listen to music we love. So many of us feel inspired by music or have our spirits revived. Music inspires us to sing and dance, to dream in the next world. To most people, music is an enjoyment of life. Fortunately, in this world, many people of every tribe and nation get together and make music, sing and dance to make happiness. The world is a much happier place because of music. Unfortunately, some people use music to create wars and hate. When I first heard Andre Rieu's music, which was many years ago, I listened, I watched, and I was so overjoyed and thrilled at what I saw during his 3-hour program. To see what happiness he gave to his audiences and why he has such a tremendous following. He always had a huge smile on his face. You felt welcome all the time. His aim with his violin and his orchestra was to get your feet tapping and to get up and dance onto the dance floor, in the aisles, or any spaces you could find. Always providing happy and beautiful singing by a variety of artists. Also comedy. We can all make ourselves happy if we try, and doing it through music. Often with others is a good way to do it. Whatever you do and you love music, if you want to be happy, just watch this program or buy a disc. When you hear the music play, listen, enjoy and relax. Sing, dance, respond to it. Join in, and happiness will be with you. Remember, it is only you that can make you happy. I enjoyed that. I hope you did, ladies and gentlemen. And now I'm just going to go off and listen to some music to make myself happy. My next section is self-glorification. Unfortunately, so many people do this and become a bore. Self-glorification gains nothing. I. We're all interested in I. Most of the world couldn't care less about you. You have to become sincerely interested in other people. To do that, you must listen, and listen. Find out what interests them and raise what subjects interest them. It might be about their children, their job, and their hobby, whatever. Everything in moderation, of course. If they are a total bore, then move on. Strangely, they could still have kind thoughts about you, because you listened, and that tells them you're a nice person. It's hard, but if you want to be liked, you make sure the other party has had a good say. This applies inside or outside the family home, the workplace, the club room, whatever you do. Do not criticise in any of these places or anywhere. Remember, let's tot up the points. We have considered, now we know it's smile, smile, smile. Do not criticise, do not pray, do not criticise. Praise, praise, praise. Listen, listen, listen. All these ways I've mentioned must become a way of life. It will be disappointing for you to start and then see your success ebb away. You can make yourself happy, but it's only you that can do that. Do not praise yourself. Nobody wants to hear praise about you, but they love it when you praise them. What do you think will be? Who do you think will be invited to their party? The one who admires and praises them, of course, not the critic. Ladies spend a fortune to be beautiful and men to be handsome. It costs so little to smile and tell a lady she's beautiful or tell the man he's handsome. Say it with sincerity and you will receive benefits sooner or later. One lady told me she goes to a very expensive hairdresser every fortnight because he praises her and tells her how beautiful she is. No one in her family or friends ever tells her that. She doesn't believe the hairdresser, but she loves to hear him tell her that she is beautiful. Many of us, if we want to enjoy life, desire friends, and we want our friends to be happy with them and make new friends. The simple, well-established ways I've mentioned will help you to help yourself in succeeding in this direction. You must think of what they want and not what you want. Win them over and they will want to make you happy too. Once you decide to be happier, make your friends happier too, then you will make it a way of life and you will win handsomely. We know what has happened because in the past, we know what's happened in the past and it's been very successful. It works. It works today and it will work for you in the future. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm moving on to my next one, which is good health. Good health is so important to us all to enable us to enjoy a happy life. Ill health can be a perpetual misery. It's so important we look after ourselves when we are fit, instead of letting ourselves deteriorate by smoking, drinking too much, and not taking any exercise. We will all suffer if we indulge ourselves in luxuries we do not need. When we suffer this can affect your loved ones and friends who care for you. When I was chairman of a charity for providing holidays for disabled children and adults, I would often start off my fundraising appeal with the following short and pointed saying that the Arabs quoted: "Health first, happiness second, rest zero." If you are blessed with good health, value it and look after it. Your good health in itself can help you give happiness and your family and friends too. Good health makes it easier to think positive. Be happy and make the world a happier place. Don't succumb to drugs, drinking, overeating and smoking. These short-term pleasures will eventually kill you or give you years of discomfort and pain. Enjoy your eating and drinking, but everything in moderation. I'm not lecturing to anybody, only giving simple advice which you must decide to do by yourself. If you've heard all this before, it tells you that the world agrees with what I've just said. I sincerely hope what I've told you so far will benefit everyone in some way or another. Now I ask all of you to turn to your neighbour and put on the biggest smile that you can. When you go home in a positive frame of mind, saying to yourself, I'm going to make myself happier, and my friends and loved ones too. I spotted an article in the newspapers which says researchers have found laughing and being happy can be good for your health. Giving help and helping people with a smile can do lots of good things for you and other people. Enjoy doing it. This poem is called Giving Help with a Smile. How many times have you heard that the patient has fallen in love with the nurse or carer and married her? Why do people leave money to their carers and to those who support, love and help them? It's been proven that kindness and help makes people become attracted to the giver. The person receiving this help is appreciative, enjoys the friendly smile the person's attention and wants to keep it, and often falls in love. This makes the strong point that actions can be far more attractive than just being beautiful. Make people happy with your help and sincerity will attract people to you. Researchers believe how you, and rather than your good looks, can make you more appealing, especially to the opposite sex. Being happy, always smiling, not criticising, being helpful will win hearts to you, and helping where you can, and giving an attentive ear. However, you must make this way of life second nature to yourself. Do not become moody or depressed. Think it through. You will remember those who have been kind to you and helpful to you throughout your life. You'll be inclined to help those when in need, rather than those who couldn't care less about you. Well, I hope that gives you another insight of how to be happy and making others happy too. Think of happy times ahead. Most times you need a positive mind to do that. It all depends if you want to be happy. Think of happy times ahead. When trying to think positive and to cheer yourself up, what have I done from the age of 20 after I read my book? I've learned to think of the coming week's events and make a list of all the events that I would enjoy that week, which I will occur in that period. When I was 20, my thoughts could have been as follows. Meeting my girlfriend, Tuesday and Friday and Sunday evenings. Going to my chess club Wednesday evening. Giving my mum her birthday present on Wednesday. Taking the dog out on Saturday morning to have his hair cut. Always a lark. Collecting my payday on Friday. That was always a good day. Looking forward to meeting the office's new secretary, told she's a dish. All about events are simple, but making life interesting, giving us something to look forward to. All right, next week you ought to go to the dentist to have a tooth pulled. Be glad to go and get your problem solved as soon as possible. Think of the relief when the job is done. Your happiness is all in the mind. Make yourself happy, think positive, and you will be happy. Happiness is infectious. It will spread and make your friends happy too. That was another poem about making yourself happy. Is how to say no. Some of us find it difficult to say no or admit we are wrong. My dad was like that. That can cause so much unhappiness, even wars, and the war is a loser to all. How to say no. Nobody likes to say no. It can bring upset, dislike to the person having to give it, creating a bad atmosphere. There are so many times in our lives when we have to say no. To reduce the hurt, the disappointment, and possible resentment, why not try saying it as follows? I'm very sorry indeed to have to say no, but it seemed a good idea at the time, but it just didn't fit in on this occasion. Thank you. If you have any more good ideas, please let me know. It was certainly an interesting idea. I'm very sorry indeed to tell you that you have not been successful in this instance. And there have been so many applicants of high quality, including yourself. It was so difficult to choose one. With your CV, I'm confident you will find another position. The point is to show sympathy, consideration, constellation, end up with praise and understanding. Imagine yourself in the same position. You don't want to be hurt, and you would appreciate encouragement. Thank you for listening. That's a good show again. Ladies and gentlemen, our next session is Say Sorry. Even if you're wrong to say sorry, quickly with a smile, you can make a winner. It can stop a serious or minor dispute. Prevent a feud. Keep your friendship in place. Save hours of hassle when one is trying to put the matter right. one is right, you have to have proved anyone is right or wrong. The person who's in the wrong can be hurt, especially if a big issue is made out of a triviality. Pride in defending your country? Fine. Pride in defending your pride is not to be recommended. Who cares about your pride and egoism? Only you. The rest of the world hasn't even heard of you and doesn't care. If you're told you're wrong, why not reply with something like this? If I am wrong, I apologise sincerely and hope I haven't caused too much trouble for anyone. Most people will let it rest after that reply. Then in your own time, if you want to sort it out, you can. If it's trivial, forget it. Swallow your pride. If you have to make a point of correction, do it with tact. Perhaps say, "Hi, I hope you're well today. By the way, that matter we referred to yesterday, at first I thought the same as you did. However, I checked it out and the good book says." That way, you've corrected the situation. You have not made him feel small with loss of pride and stayed on good terms. Do not be smug or show self-righteousness. Do not invite a bust-up. You both have your whole lives in front of you. Why cause any more resentment? You don't need any more hassle or bad feeling. Try to keep your contact open and on a friendly setting. That way, you and the world wins. I hope you did well. I hope you like that one, folks, because that's the way to do it. My next section is about worry and anxiety. Why are you reading this book? Is it because you have worries or anxieties putting you into a state of sadness and despondency? If so, read it slowly, perhaps read it several times. I so sincerely hope that will help. Those who think positive look ahead to the good things in life and try to be happy and will find it easier to overcome worry, stress and anxiety. The old adage, "a worry shared is a worry halved," has proved itself so many times through the ages of mankind. Sharing your problem with a loved one or trusted friend helps you to discuss your problem, a relief in itself. Any advice offered, consider seriously. It will possibly make you see things differently, give you more comfort and confidence, knowing there are others out there beside you in your hour of need. You will appreciate the touch of a helping hand, perhaps share another's experience. You will realise other people have suffered and come through to enjoy life again. Take heart from them. If they can, so can you. Some advise you to imagine the worst scenario that might happen. Then think what position you'll be in. Then plan your way forward. Imagine the worst is past. You know you must have a plan for a brighter future. Now there are reasons for despondency of past. There are so many books written on worry, anxiety and stress, covering all the causes: ill health, breakdown of family life, financial problems. Everybody is different and has different problems, and everybody will have a different way to solve them. Consider all advice with an open mind. Think positive. Remember your actions affect all your loved ones and friends. We all have problems sometimes in our lives. It is then we must seek help and take the advice and sympathy and love offered with appreciation, knowing it is given, trying to support you. One day you could be supporting someone else needing your love and care. Don't be proud. Accept all the offers of genuine help. For nearly every reason you need help, there is a charity, an organisation, the Citizens Advice Bureau, social services, and your doctor who can advise and help you. It is there. You have to go and get it and get their support. Think positive. Do it now. If not, do it for your friends and your family. It's so important you keep them happy as well as yourself. My next one is going to be mistakes. Hello. The next session is mistakes. You've made mistakes. I make mistakes. We make mistakes every day, and the world does too. If you've made a mistake and it is trivial, admit to it quickly with a smile and say, sorry about that, what's next? No argument ensures, and the subject is usually forgotten quickly. If you're accusing someone of making a mistake or criticising, and it must be pointed out, remember praise first, gently acknowledge, and praise again. You will keep the goodwill of your friend or work colleague, and they will do their best to live up to the expectations you have set. Everyone's a winner. You get the problem put right and bad feelings avoided. Everyone is happy and life goes on. The following poem I wrote a long time ago and found it rather by accident in an old notebook. I felt it was appropriate to read to you. You may have done this yourself, or know others who do this and still do. Again, it's a simple way for you to improve your relations with the world. Don't argue. If wrong, admit it quickly with a smile. Say sorry and move on. Forget the past mistake and look to the future. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I was sure I was right. To admit to say sorry, I was wrong. I wasn't that bright. It was my pride that would not allow me to be wrong. To admit that I'd erred to me showed weakness. I wanted to appear strong. I was clever, not so silly as I thought. To admit to a mistake, I was not going to be taught. When the correct answer came to light, I was so far out, I looked a silly sight. It was then my dad sat down beside me, said, "You're upset. Why? I cannot see." "So you were wrong. Your pride is hurt. It's only you that thinks you are a jerk." In this life, many times we have to make a big guess. It could be wrong or a complete success. Everyone who can think one day will guess wrong, admit it quietly, say sorry, what's next, then move along. A mistake is as important as you make it. Whatever you do, don't have a fit. Put it behind you and look ahead. Think of all the good things that you've done instead. In the future, instead of being adamant in saying yes or no, why not gently Why not gently suggest you feel this could be possibly so? That covers you, whether you're right or wrong. Stops you worrying throughout the day and night. So many little things we argue and debate. Often they're so unimportant. Why not concede and save heartache? When I was your age, I was lucky, you see. My dad told me what I am telling you. Makes sense. Don't you agree? I hope you've appreciated the points I've made. Many of you do that now, I'm sure. If you do, make sure you do it all the time. It is easy to smile once you start. Harder not to criticise. Give the big thank you and praise, praise, praise. Many of us praise and encourage our children and loved ones. Why do we not do it to everyone? Why not pass this information on to your loved ones or let them read about it? And they can draw their own conclusion. People want recognition, sympathy, love and attention. When debating, appeal to honesty, trust and noble motives. To encourage, throw down a challenge. Make the work or the game interesting or exciting. People love a target, especially if there's a good reward, either financially, trophy or prestige. That's the way of the world. Good luck, God bless. May these thoughts bring you much happiness. Hello folks, Welcome to the session of Thoughts How to Start. Now you've had the chance to read through this resume, there are many books written on this subject. Why not sit down in a quiet corner with pen and paper and think to yourself, what can I do that I don't do now to make my life happier and my friends' lives too? Once you've done this, make a positive move to take on the suggestions put to you. Decide how and what you're going to do. Then it will be your resolve to start and be determined to keep it going. After a while it will become a habit, costing little but bringing you comfort, friendship and happiness. Smile, practice your smile. This will get you into the right frame of mind to be happy. This you must keep up and you will see the response it will bring. Don't criticise. There are so many ways of making your point without criticising. Discuss, debate, compare notes, but don't criticise, even if the other party does. Some arguments are not worth winning. Why bother, especially if they're going to cause bad blood? Say thank you whenever you can with a smile. When ringing up about a complaint, tell the listener you know the problem is not their fault, but can they help you out on your problem? Only try the heavy hand afterwards if you do not get the results that you want. Everybody appreciates a thank you. Say it. It costs nothing but means a lot to the receiver. The receiver will happily help you again. People with strong personalities should listen to the other person's point of view and be prepared to change their mind, especially if it's a better one. That way you will win a supporter and a friend. When you're in need, the friend is more important. Anything you can do, improve your health. More walking, going to the gym, swimming, eating, drinking less will benefit you. Walk instead of using the bus or car. Encourage others to join you. This will make exercising fun. These simple pointers are available to everyone. They are effective. Why not give them a try, say for 3 months, then reassess the position, seeing what you've achieved and how you feel better in yourself. Good luck. Make yourself happier and your friends in the world will be happier too. Thank you for listening, everybody. The following poems emphasise the points made in this presentation. They are a reminder and will help you to recall points as you go through life. Your smile. A smile costs so little, but is worth a great deal. It radiates happiness, encouragement, creates a good feel. A smile cheers the weary and the tired. It boosts the loser who wants to be admired. It provides much comfort at so little cost. A smile attracts those who are alone or are lost. A smile is a sign of a warm greeting, beginning of a pleasant meeting. A smile uplifts the dispirited and the sad. Seeing a smile makes them realise life is not all bad. Smiles at home, the club or in company will generate friendship, love and harmony. Smiles are more likely to dispel hatred and fear. A grin would bring comfort to those to you who are dear. A smile too many is a happy blessing, straight from the heart, without any dressing. A smile enriches those who receive it. It benefits those who radiate it. A smile is nature's way of bringing joy on earth, which unfortunately there is a great dearth. To everyone out there, I implore you all, smile, smile, smile. Let us all walk tall. It's so easy to make this world a happier place, simply by presenting a happy and smiling face. This poem will encourage you to smile, thank and praise. Next poem is Thank You and Well Done. This world needs more productivity and more happiness as well. This could be achieved easily, without cost, if you did heed what I tell. Let us start with words, important to us all. Most of us are at someone's beck and call. If you have staff, you need them to give of their best. To be 100% efficient is the acid test. People, when happy, will enjoy working for you. Let us hope your relationship with your boss is happy too. How to make them happy, enjoy working for you? Smile, thank and praise is what you must do. Make sure the praise is genuine and true. If you must criticise, find something to praise first, then lay down the law if you have to. I'm not teaching you just to be a nice guy. In due course it will increase your productivity. Why not give it a try? Staff who are happy from work do not keep taking the day off sick, or go behind your back, sneer and giving you stick. Loyalty follows happiness, not bitterness or resent. Giving everyone a smile, praise, a thank you, is giving yourself a present. Now let's look at what a smile, a kiss, praise and a thank you for your family will do. The Harris housewife with family and home and other problems too. To encourage her needs, a kiss, praise and a great big thank you. You might even get more comfort in bed and some cookies too. When Dad comes home after a hard day's work, a kiss, a smile, a thank you, and his depressed spirits will perk. Win your neighbours' hearts with a smile and a thank you. Everyone will be happier and they will guard your back too. Are you beginning to see the power of a smile and a great big thank you? How it would make you happier and the world too. How much does it cost to smile and praise? A little effort and thought, but giving us all more halcyon days. Why not smile at everyone when you walk down the street? Many will smile back and say hello with a cheery greet. Now my story is done. It's up to you and me to make this world happier. More efficient is itself simplicity. Sit back, relax, think, and I'm sure many of you will agree. You will go out into the world and act accordingly. Smile, praise, and say thank you. Improve your life and others too. Don't go back to your same old ways. Look at everyone, smile and find something to praise. My poems are meant to be enjoyed and humorous. I enclose this poem, which I hope I encourage all to pass on happiness and encourage support to the rest of the world. Enjoy your day and share it with everyone with a smile. Next poem is Don't Nag. Don't nag. It does not do any good for you. Only upsets everyone. That's very true. You get better results whenever you can praise. The receiver will have the spirits raised. They will appreciate what you do and say. Encouraging them to help, you will have a great day. Don't nag, whether you are right or wrong. It does not matter. They do not want to hear your damaging chatter. They will connive to get their own back on you, however important you are and what you do. When ladies want something, they smile and beguile. If they nagged, the men would run a mile. Nagging makes you miserable and sad. Think positive, encourage and smile, and make people glad. So they will want to be happy with you, and you will find that you will get your way. And everyone is a winner too. Don't nag everybody. Remember that very strong. Is accept life as it is. This world is not a perfect place. Many things are wonderful. Some you could not face. Each of us has a different dream of what is ideal. Some will agree, to others it will have no appeal. You will plan, be patient, and then it all goes wrong. Sit back, relax, be cool, think positive, and remain strong. If you lose, make sure you do not turn to whimpering. The world doesn't like that sort of thing. Most of us need someone to depend on and lead the way. Don't despair if you find they have feet of clay. All mankind is fallible. We are born that way. Some are born evil, bad, their view of life is black and grey. Others from the path of goodness do not easily stray. Never expect too much, and you will see. Fate will deal a hand. Whatever will be, will be. Give your love and respect wherever you can. Most times it will be returned by every woman or man. I hope you enjoyed that one, folks. I did. Hello everyone. My next poem is How to Win Friends. And winning friends in your lifetime is so very, very important. When I was 18 in 1953, my dad and I did not always agree. Once my dad got an idea in his mind, right or wrong, he wasn't going to change it. What a bind. It was on such an occasion my dad wanted to force his will on me. I wouldn't accept it. I wanted to be free, to make my own decisions and go my own way. I loved my dad and didn't want to enter into an affray. One evening, in anger, he threw a book in front of me. Read this, it would do you a lot of good, I think you will agree. The irony was, it would have done us both a lot of good. That point my dad would not have understood. The bedraggled book, tattered and stuck together, was to be my companion forever and ever. It is called How to Win Friends and Influence People, a wonderful book. If you ever read it, what a different place this world would be. Its content is simple, so easily understood. Working with it will do anyone a power of good. Now I can tell you only some of the points made. Use them, work with them. It will move into your life, into a higher grade. 6 ways of making people like you. So many of us would like that. Isn't that true? 12 ways to win people, to make your way of thinking. A client, your boss, your loved ones, almost without blinking. 7 ways of making your home happier. Wouldn't it be nice if we were all a bit less snappy? 9 ways of avoiding offence and giving resentment. Encouraging people and not causing discontent. When I'm in trouble and need advice, the author Dale Carnegie's comments usually solve and suffice. My tattered red book is always a comfort to me. It has guided, influenced and been an inspiration to me. I'm so glad my dear old dad threw this book at me. My life, my success, my love life are so much better after reading Dale Carnegie. To young folk, I would recommend a book like this. It will steer you through life without remiss. To older folk who will lose nothing if you peruse and appreciate other successful people's views. If you can look at yourself and ask, can I improve? Then this is a book that will move you up into a higher groove. I think that was a very, very important act to have to be in my life. Thank you, everybody. The next session is how to be happy in a marriage. How to enjoy a happy marriage. It is the small things that make it happy. Do you want your marriage to be as happy can be? It takes 2 to make it so. as you will see. In the morning when you wake up, give each other a warming smile, accompanied with a gentle kiss. It will help to make life seem worthwhile. It will create a bond between a loving husband and wife. Begin a new day in harmony without trouble and strife. The next thing you must always do, thank each other sincerely for whatever they do for you. It makes one feel appreciated and gives encouragement. This is a small and important way of keeping your love ardent. Every husband should give a generous thank you to each meal he is given. Her delight and appreciation to create a nicer meal she has driven. A canny husband will congratulate his wife on her dress. He should do that to all the ladies if he wishes to impress. Both partners must learn to praise and thank all the time. Not only to each other, to the rest of the world would be fine. The fastest way for a marriage to die is for one partner to nag. For the receiver, they become miserable married. Life becomes a drag. A golden rule, do not criticise whatever the occasion. There are so many ways to gently chide and offer friendly correction. Nobody likes to feel they're in the wrong. If you criticise, it could make the criticised want to make their case more strong. Read how the diplomats turn enemies into friends and have their own way. Their principles are simple. Absorb them, use them. It will help you to have a happy day. You must make your partner feel they are the most important person in your life. Doing this will bond you both into a loving and happy husband and wife. When your partner speaks, always give an attentive ear. Never show you are disinterested. It could cost you dear. At night time, you both must make each other happy and content in bed. This is the easy way to start when you are newlywed. The woman should show she wants her man and his fire. She should embrace his love and satisfy his desire. He must respect her love, be gentle, caress and show his love most true. In this department, both lovers must work hard to avoid the divorce queue. A lady's underwear, if saucy, shows she wants him for a romantic night. He must bill and coo, appreciating her femininity, giving him great delight. Remember each other's birthday. Hubby must never forget the wedding anniversary, a most important date. The day of days which change their lives into a marital state. All the reasons above are given seem small, but so important to each of you. If you want to enjoy a happy marriage, then yes, everyone, you both must do. You must do them all as a way of life, if you wish to remain together as a happy husband and wife. That one, ladies and gentlemen, is about happy marriage, and my marriage was just like that. I'm very lucky too. Reading is a thank you to the NHS, who've been wonderful to me all my life. God bless the NHS. Last week I turned 75. I'm happy, enjoying good health. Being fit is an important part of my life's wealth. I'm so grateful for what the NHS has done for me, enabling me to enjoy life and maintain my mobility. When I was 13, I was sent to a hospital in Swanley, Kent. To have my eyes attended to was the reason I went. For 9 months they looked after me, saved my eyesight so I could continue to see. At 18 I had peritonitis, so I had an operation. Lucky to survive. For that, to the NHS, I gave them great appreciation. At 24, a cricket ball smashed into my big toe. Had to have it amputated. The NHS was there to cover this blow. At 35, I had 2 ingrowing teeth taken from my palate. That was a relief, of that there could be no doubt. Then my nostrils and the airways gave me jip. the NHS cleared my airways with electrodes, allowing me to have a good night's kip. I had a broken wrist, which the NHS nurtured and reset. Another problem mended, which put me further into their debt. When I was 66 to St Thomas's Hospital, I had to go to have a heart valve replaced. Was that the end of me? I did not know. 2 years later, to St Thomas's, I went back again. The heart valve had become loose, causing me discomfort and pain. Since then I've been under the diligent hospital care, taking warfarin as my daily fare. My loved ones have all benefited from the care of the NHS. Those who claim to have lost out, my sympathies I express. Wherever human nature rules, there will always be good and bad. When successful we celebrate, when otherwise we're sympathetic and sad. Our NHS has been a blessing overall to our nation. They are there to help whatever the situation. We all have something somewhere, somehow, to thank the NHS. On behalf of our nation, to this wonderful organisation, our gratitude and thanks we truly express. For the last 14 years, my family and I have lived in the Medway towns. The Medway Maritime has always looked after us, whatever come what may. My family and I say, thank you for giving us your very best. To all of us, you certainly passed with honours your nursing test. Again, thank you, the NHS. Thank you to our wonderful NHS. I want to thank you and you. Yes, each and every one of you who give me your love and care in looking after me. The world politely calls me a golden oldie. In my lifetime to the world, I've given my best. Now I'm told to ease up and take a well-earned rest. I live alone. 3 years ago, I lost my wonderful mate. In a dreadful car accident, she died, left me in a state. If it was not for the NHS, I would not be here today. It is 70 years old, looked after me every step of the way. From the day I was born, I was on its doorstep. I've had 5 major operations, many minor ones. None I regret. If it wasn't for the wonderful NHS, I would not be here today. When I think of them, I always give them a big hooray. Let us hope their dedicated staff will be here to stay. My GP and his wonderful team of nurses and staff always welcome and comfort me, give me a laugh. I go to 3 clubs during the week. I get meals, entertainment and the companionship I seek, mostly run by volunteers who make my life worthwhile. Because of their support, some golden oldies like me like putting on the style. Thank you for all your time and attention devoted to looking after us. You make us feel wanted, important, without ado or fuss. When we lose our independence and move into a home offering care, it could be our last port of call in life's rich fare. We thank you all for making our last hours on earth calm and sweet. Knowing one day we will all travel down that street. Thank you all. I hope I have not missed out anyone. To our loved ones, the nursing staff and the GP and team, volunteer workers and the social workers, we golden oldies enthusiastically shout, thank you for your love and care in helping us out. 3 cheers for our wonderful NHS. Terry Godwin, a great admirer. I hope, folks, you enjoyed that, and I always felt happy to read my poem about the NHS. Ladies and gentlemen, we've now come to the end of my presentation, Do You Want to Be Happy? What I presented to you through this DVD has been tried and tested. It's up to you if you want to be happy. If you work with this material, and remember, you must persevere with a positive mind. Remember, if I can do it, so can you. This material is available on DVD or paperback from Amazon. Over the years I've written many other titles. Why not pop over to my website? It's www.thelaughingpoet.co.uk, or check out The Laughing Poet on Google. I would like to thank everybody for watching or reading. Bye bye for now.